Hello everyone. I know I have not been posting very good on YouTube. Life has just been really hard. And I'm having a very hard time posting on YouTube and Facebook. So please forgive me. I'm still here. I'm still on the ranch. I guess I choose Facebook because it's easier and I can do more than just videos and pictures. A lot easier. But I am also monetized there. Very little, y'all. I get like a couple dollars a month, but I guess it's something. I literally get like $2 or $3 a month, maybe six at the most. But maybe one day I'll be monetized here too, and that can help the animals with some feed or some structures, because I'm still recovering from the tornado that went over me and hit I don't know 2 or 3 months ago now, and that's why this had to be bought, because about $2,000 or $3,000 worth of other structure that I built last summer got ruined, that I couldn't afford to replace. I did finally get this little building back out of the pasture with the help of the neighbor. I had to pay him, of course, but you know, I guess nothing in life is really free. So, and you can't count on people to do things for you out of the goodness of their heart like you used to be able to in the world. And you know, I help people. I help him sometimes totally for free. I've never charged him for anything, but I came from a family that was like that. My dad came from the Amish, and that's what they do. They're about community and helping each other. And I just can't give, and not get anything back anymore. So I'm doing the best I can. In any case, this had been blown out of here and landed upside down over there where the grass is kind of dead. It's still very wonky, but it's fairly stable. I'm going to have to brace it some because it shifts from side to side if you push on it. But I did get some help and built a base underneath it so that it's not down in the dirt, and it's anchored to something that's heavier, so maybe it won't blow away so easy again. And then you're going to say, Regina, what the heck's this thing? That's going to blow away like easier than crud. Yeah, I know. It will. It's got a roof on it that's just going to make it go flying. But hopefully I can get some anchors. I got to get some of those ones that you twist down in the ground and anchor it down. When I looked online, they were kind of expensive. And I'm really short on money and not sure about the security of my job. Even though I just went back in January, that's a whole other story. I could get terminated, I don't know, within the next couple weeks, unless a miracle happens. So this is where some of my emus are at right now, my little chicks. They were too big to be in the house anymore. I will explain at a later date because I'm not ready to talk about all of it yet. But there will be some chicks that I'm keeping. Don't worry, I'm not going to breed them. I'm not going to breed related emus to each other, so that's not a worry. Plus, it would be like a year and a half, 2 years where they'd be old enough to breed. But I put 4 of them out here yesterday. The 3 standards are staying. They'll stay here. And the little white one's for sale. So I started to come out here to take pictures of her. It's a little white girl. They're not wanting to come out of here. So last night they were out here and didn't want to go in. I put the heat lamp in there because the heat plate wasn't attracting them because there was no light. I put that heat plate there and that wasn't bringing them in because there's no light off of it. So I've got the heat lamp. I've got it secured. It's not going anywhere. And I kind of shooed them in here and now they won't come out. But yeah, now y'all won't come out of here, will you? Now you don't want to leave? Can I get y'all to go outside? Can I? So we can get some good light? Come on, guys. Let's go outside. Can I get you to go? Come on. Let's go to the outdoors. I know you are outdoors, but let's go down here. You can go down. Go out and get some fresh air. Come on. Well, I got 2 of y'all. The other 2 ought to come. Anyway, I came to get pictures of this little babe so I could post it for sale. I know y'all are all dirty and poopy. You need to play in the water a little bit. Yeah, you do. Anyway, she's really sweet. 37, how are you, baby? You're doing pretty good. Hi, are you going to come out? 34 right there. That's the one coming out. That's my favorite one of these 4. You gonna come on out? So you can go in and out. You come down the little ramp, baby. I gotta get you guys some bigger little leg bands. Yeah, I see these are getting too tight now too. I just put those on a week ago. Yeah, y'all can come out. It's okay. Come on. So you just go down the little ramp. That was Grandpa's ramp. He had that for something when he first was disabled, before he got metal ramps. Yeah, so I reused it. Yeah, I've been reusing it on the farm, a couple different places over time. Yeah. Come on out. There you go. Come on, 34. It's okay. Y'all are going to end up in that water. See? Which is fine. I can't remember if 34 is a girl or a boy. I'll have to go look again. I did all of these DNA tested. Thinking there may be both boys and girls on the standards. I can't remember. It's been a couple weeks ago. And I've had a lot going on and a lot of stress. Anyway, they're very interested in these guys, but you can't let them get together because the adults will attack them. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update on the emus. It's okay, baby. Come here. Come here, 34. Come on. Do you need me to come get you? I come get you. Come here, baby. Let's see if I can do it without stepping in your poo. Come on, go this way, babe. First of all, let's get the little band down on your leg. There you go. Go this way right here. There you go. See, you can come in and out. Pretty soon y'all will be running around in here, and then this won't be enough room. Probably in a couple weeks you'll want more room. There you go. It's okay. There you go. They're just nervous. They're not sure about things. Oh, you found that you can stand in that water, didn't you? You're going to be sitting in there and pooping in there in no time. Yeah. Don't forget you have drinking water in the other area. I'll get it out and put it over here for you in a few minutes. Yeah. You don't have to drink that water if you don't want to. Anyway, guys, I apologize for... Hi, Madeline. And I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing your comment. I don't know how long it's been there. Just now getting these guys moved outside. I'm going to move the smaller chicks into the big brooder that these were in. And I should have more eggs hatching in about 5 days, maybe. Hi, Henry. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what you're asking, Henry. Anyway, I'm keeping the 3 standards. They're staying here on the farm. They have a purpose. And the white one I'm going to sell because, well, first of all, they're valuable, and I can use that money to pay for some feed and so forth. And I already have all the blondes and whites that I want. So, and that one is related to my other one, so I wouldn't keep it for breeding because it's related to mine. So, I'm going to go post it for sale here shortly, and I'm glad they finally came out because they didn't need to stay in there. Are you confused? A little bit? Yeah, you guys don't know what to think out here, do you? Oh, there you go. That's better. Why don't y'all play? Oh, that's cute. Y'all are cute. You playing? Yes. See, I'm dirty and poopy from being in an area that was too small. That's why Mama moved me outside. Yeah. It doesn't show as much on the standards, but on the little white you can see the dirt. I'll probably clean her up later with some water. Yeah, we'll clean you up later. I'll get you some warm water and we'll get you cleaned up. Yeah. Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, see, you can play out here. It's all good. I might get some AstroTurf and attach to the little ramp so it's not slippery. Yeah, we don't want it to be slippery. Little babies playing. Nothing better than that, y'all. Nothing better than some little emu chicks playing and jumping and running. They do the up down is what I call it. They jump up, they squat down, they roll. They're doing it, see? It's the up down. Thank you for doing the up down for me, babies. Thank you. We can't show me because I'm a mess. Yeah, I got my slipper shoes on. I'm doing some cleaning up in the house from your brooder so I can move the other ones over to your brooder. And then I'll have to clean their area up. And then I got to go drive an hour away and do some mowing and yard work at property that's uninhabitable. So I have to mow that yard all. And then the yard next door where I had the house torn down last year. I have to mow those yards all summer. Or I'm going to mow it once and then kill all the grass because I don't know how I'm going to mow that yard all summer and not get a ticket. So, or both yards. It's two properties next door to each other. So, and they're decent sized lots. So that's what I'm up to on Saturday. These are emus. Cubby drew the little emu chicks. If you look out here, I have adult emus. Right there is one. That is Butters. Hi, Butters. How you doing? That's a male. And then over here, I hear female. I have to squat down to see who it is. Well, we have Biscuit and we have Nip. Those are both females. So these four right here are the parents of these little chicks. Yeah, two whites or two blondes. So Biscuit and Butters mated and made this little baby because that's the only way you get a white. Yeah. And then these three could be from any of them. I'd have to go look and see if I was able to identify who laid the egg when they were laid. But blondes and standards can all make standards. So anyway, that's what they are. Be careful, baby. Don't fall. That's dangerous. Do I need to bring that away from I think I should bring that away from the ramp. I think that's dangerous. Yeah. Well, Cubby, I'm glad glad you found me, and I'm glad you saw something new today. I was just saying a little bit ago that I have been really bad about posting on YouTube lately. My life is just kind of a disaster. And I don't have enough time in the days. I work full time and I run this ranch full time. I was hit by a tornado a few months ago, and it didn't land on the ground, but it tore a whole bunch of stuff up. And I've had that happen twice in 4 years. This time it even got some of my roof on my house, which the roof's only like 2 years old because the whole house has been getting remodeled for quite some time now. I'm going to move this out here, you guys. Yeah, I don't know that ramp right there is a good idea. So we'll put it right here. How about that? There you go. That's not very level. Let me find a little bit more level spot. There you go. That's a little better. So anyway, yes, I am on duty. I have more chicks in the house. The season of the laying egg season for emus is over. At least on my farm now. There could be somewhere that there's still someone laying, but it's very unlikely. I mean, it could still be happening. But I have these chicks, and I have another 5 in the house that have hatched that are smaller. And then I have, I think, 19 eggs left in the incubator. Hatch rates on emu eggs, if you get 50%, that's pretty good. If you get better than that, that means that you have time to sit and watch them like a hawk. And even then, you may not get better hatch rates. So, but anyway, I came out to get a picture of the little white one because I'm posting her for sale. That's a female. And I'll walk out here so you can see what's going on out here. Here's the house. It's a mess. It's a 1940s house, and I've, just excuse my language, I've been screwed over by several people over the last 4 years, and they ruined the foundation. And I've hired 3 companies to try to fix it, and they've still made it worse. It's not better still. And they want more money to come back to do work that they were hired to do to start with, and I'm not paying twice for something that they were hired to do. So I don't work that way. So anyway, that's Tuck, that's Nip, Biscuit, there's Butters, and then I have 4 more that are a little bit younger than them. Well, Aggie's a year younger than Biscuit and Butters. So Nip and Tuck are 4. Biscuit and Butters are 3. Aggie, which is right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hi, Aggie. He's probably not going to come over because these males over here will be mean to him. That's Aggie. He's 2 years old now. And then I have some that are right around 1 year old. There's 4 of them that are about 1. There's 2 blondes, a standard, and a white that are 1 year old. So this little one right here by Eggie, this is standard. Her name is Pumpkin. I think that's Pumpkin. Pumpkin, are you getting that big? I can't even tell you guys anymore. Yeah, y'all are getting so big. You aren't my little babies anymore. Over there laying by the driveway, if I can hold still and I can zoom in, that's Jelly. She's a year old. And then you have right here, the one standing is Jam, and the one laying down is actually a white that is named, I'm sorry, I'm not very good, I'm not pointing very good. My screen is really dark for some reason. The one laying down closer to that fence right there, that is Princess Cupcake, and she's white. So they have about almost 6 acres here to run around on. And they do pretty good. And then I have a cow. I just sold 3 calves. But I have one, my original cow, Ernestine, is here. I actually had her and owned her before I even had this farm when I was still living in town. That's a whole other story. But I got her in my divorce, y'all. Anyway, she's back in there somewhere, probably down the hill. That goes downhill right there. And then she's got a calf, and there's a donkey back there named Claire. And these are my geese. I lost 1 goose because of the storm, as a result of the storm that hit. And then one of them was being picked on really bad. And I told my ex-husband to keep that one. But I don't know that he got the right one. I don't think he kept the one I told him to keep. But in any case, I've got 6 left instead of 8 like I had before. And they do have some eggs over there. I don't know if they're going to hatch or not. I hadn't even looked at them. But they have a nest full of eggs, so we'll see if we get some little goslings. I'm sure I would have had some had we not been hit by the tornado, but because of the tornado, I spent like 4 months building a whole enclosure out here that's basically been destroyed. It was awesome. This is just what I could piece back together from what was not horribly ruined. And it was really good, but it all got ruined. Like this whole section was enclosed with 2 roofs on it. It literally was lifted up off of the T-posts, which were inside of it, not on the outside, inside of it, that it was wired to. And somehow, even with that tree over the top of it, it was lifted all the way up off, and it was clear over in the pasture, clear over there. And it was in pieces. So, I don't know. See, we got one sitting over there on the eggs. Sitting on the eggs right there. So I'm going to assume we'll have some goslings. But we would have had goslings way earlier and a long time ago, a couple months back, if they hadn't had to have been moved twice, because there wasn't anywhere safe here for me to keep them, because Sasha tries to get them and has successfully gotten 2 in the past. So I don't let them just roam unless I'm watching pretty good. Or I sometimes will lock Sasha in the house, because how she's gotten them is they've stuck their neck through this fence and she got their heads. So I can't just let them go out anytime. But we would have had goslings if that tornado hadn't come a while back. So if we get any this year, we'll be lucky, because they did get moved twice from 2 different places and then back here after the tornado, because I couldn't bring them back for quite some time. But that's what's going on here. We do have some grass right now. I know it looks like it's big and luxurious, but in the back it's very thin, which is where it matters. There's 2 areas back there that are the ones that really need to be thick. Like you see, there's still bald spots. This right here is really good. This is probably the best spot on the whole place. I had it locked off where no one could get in here just till the other day, so I was letting it grow. That's where these 3 standards and any other chicks that I keep, they'll be in this area eventually as they get bigger. And maybe out with the other ones, I don't know. You can see this fence got bent when this building went over it and landed over there upside down from the tornado. I had just had this gate put in right before that too. So I need to push on it some more with something. Heck, I might even just use my truck. It's about to stop anyway. It's about seeing the last of its days. I don't know what I'm going to do then. You got to have a truck to do farm work just to even get feed. My car doesn't work very good either. Neither one of them. The AC is working right. Yeah, I'm in need of new vehicles and no money to do it. So things have been really rough, but they're going to get better eventually. They have to. So, and I'm not giving up on my plans. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. So, hi, the Arna, and I totally forget what your actual name is. You've been following me forever. I think one of the very first times that you ever were on my, or that I was where you watched my channel was when Aggie hatched, and I cried like a little baby. We stayed up all night together, which was your day because you're in Australia. And we watched Aggie hatch, which was the first egg of any kind I ever hatched in my entire life. And it was the most amazing, magical thing. And I was all in at that point with the emus. I was like, yep, they got me. They got my heart. So I know I'm going to have to run too. And I appreciate y'all. Cubby, I'm sorry, I just am now reading your other question. And Henry, those were really nice pens. You'll have to look back on my channel, the ones that the geese are in. That was for the geese and the emus both. And it was separated so that I could separate the geese out during breeding season by their breed and color. And yeah, it was really nice, and it's pretty much been ruined. Those pens are very expensive. They're the ones from Tractor Supply that cost about $500. And instead of just making them dog kennels, I linked them all together, anchored them really good with T-posts and all kinds of other stuff, extra bracing along the tops and stuff. And I had the roofs on them. You can see what's left of one roof back there that's all wonky that I don't even know if one of the tops may not even be any good, but I figured if nothing else I could put sunshade on it. But none of this is anchored down the way it should be still, so that whole area back there, I have to take it back apart, I think, because I have to get the railroad ties level in for it to be right so that I can get the drainage to drain out of there the way it needs to and everything. But it's working for right now, which is amazing because I got help with that, and at least they have a place to stay. So, anyway, yeah, I lost about between $2,000 and $3,000 worth of these pens because there's several sets and they're $500 each. So there used to be this used to be longer. It used to go out further. And see, the ones I have left, several of them are so bent that they're not the greatest. They got very bent. But this used to be enclosed all the way and it was longer. And then there's some pieces that are pretty bent, but they're working for the most part. So, but I got to get it anchored down and make sure it doesn't blow away again, whatever I do. So that's why there's no tops on them right now, because that's why they blew away, was the tops. So if I'm going to put tops back on there, I either have to have them anchored really good, or I've got to put roofs on them that are more than just like tarp type thing or sunshade, because there's too much lift. I'd have to put some kind of solid roof on there to give it more weight, so it's harder for it to blow away. I'm in a spot right here where we get wind a lot. It's almost always windy or a breeze. And the wind direction changes right here. And it has to do with the way the land is, the topography of the land. We get swirling wind, like a lot. We get little, what do you call them? Dirt devils, like the little mini tornadoes that are on the ground that you'll see like on cartoons and stuff way back in the 80s and 70s. I get those. I've had one almost blow me over before because it snuck up on me from behind. Yeah, we get those. The wind direction changes constantly throughout the day. It's really weird to watch it, but it does. I got that little weather station up there, and when the tornado hit, you could totally see when it had hit because of the wind. The way, I mean, not just because of the fact that it was a tornado, but like the wind changed direction. It was like in a big swirl. It was crazy. Anyway, I got to get back to my work. Thank you all for coming and checking me out. I am on Facebook too. I know not all people on YouTube like Facebook. I was on Facebook on my personal page first, and I posted on YouTube for the very first time for my dad, and I just made a post about this on Facebook because he was disabled and had cancer, and it was very hard for him to come out here. He was about 45 minutes away, which is where I used to live. I used to live about 45 minutes away before I moved out here. It was just hard for him to come out here, and he wanted to know what was going on with the house renovation. This house has been cleared down to the studs inside and out. All the electrical was taken out, all the plumbing was taken out, all the drywall, all the siding, all the insulation. It was literally down to bones. And once he passed away, it all went to crud. So, yeah. And it's just gone downhill from there. So, yeah. I was also sold this property landlocked illegally on a mortgage. And multiple parties were involved in that, what I'm going to call intentional. Well, it was a conspiracy to sell the landlocked property. They all knew what they were doing, every one of them. And they intentionally sold it to me that way and hid it as good as they could until later when I found out. So now I have a property that I can't even sell if I wanted to, because no one's going to buy a landlocked property that I now possibly have to go through two different people's properties to get to, because my free assigned title insurance attorney won't do her job and hasn't done her job for over a year now. She hasn't done anything I've asked her to do that was really important. So part of that property potentially got sold that I have to drive through to get here. And I'm really far back off the road. So it's not like it's just a little, few feet. It's a big deal. Thank you, Henry. I do post on Facebook more often. If you're there, you're welcome to look me up there. I am going to try to do better about YouTube. I love that the little emus are getting in the water and checking it out. That's sweet. They get the little feet cleaned up. The emus do love to swim. They love water and they love to swim. My emus, the big ones, get in the ponds in the back. And I did have them locked up here so they couldn't even get to the back until just a couple weeks back. They were getting in my big water trough over here. And I kept trying to figure out why my water trough was getting so dirty. Till one day I saw them in it, taking baths. And they were taking turns. They were taking turns getting in this water trough right here. I think there's a video on YouTube of that. But yeah, they're pretty funny. Emus are a lot of fun. They make every day better for me. So they're work. The chicks are a lot of work. The eggs are a lot of work. But they're worth it. They're worth every bit. Right, Bo? Right, Kitty Bo? You say hi? Say hi. Yeah, you're just going to come up here where I can get you. I know. Hi, Eggy. Oh, you're not Eggy. You're Pumpkin. You guys are getting hard to tell because you're getting so big. I'm not used to you being so big. This is Pumpkin. She's a year old. Hi, Pumpkin. She's a cutie pie. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to run. I got to get in the house and get some work done. And then I got to go to Fort Worth. So I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you'll follow along in the future. Bye, y'all.